to a quick focus on the updates around the new JN1 COVID variant detected in Kerala first and now being reported from other parts of India, including Maharashtra as well. 13 positive cases reported from Maharashtra. The centre has written to the states urging for measures like wearing of masks, and in Karnataka, those above 60 with comorbidities have been instructed to wear masks as well. So this Christmas and New Year's, it's time to celebrate, but with precautions. Joining me now is Dr. Rajeev Jayadevan, co-chairman of the National IMA COVID Task Force. Sir, thank you so much for joining us. You're joining us from Kerala. Give us a sense of what's happened so far and in terms of updates and precautions that has been shared for the rest of the country.
Thank you. In Kerala, we have seen an uptick in people with breathing problems such as respiratory illnesses, fever, cough, sore throat, etc. over the past couple of months. But in the months of September and October, there was hardly any COVID. Less than 1% of these were testing positive. But in November, about 9% of these tests were turning positive. And in December, it's gone up to 30%. So clearly, COVID is taking up a greater share of these illnesses. It's not like COVID is the only reason for people coming to hospital, but lately it is contributing to a greater share of illnesses that doctors encounter. Now, that is the doctor's perspective. Let me tell you the patient's perspective. From the community standpoint, the way you look at it, the way people look at it, from their standpoint, most people who are reasonably healthy are having mild symptoms in the sense they're not requiring to be in the hospital. They may require to go to the clinic and get some pain relievers or fever relievers, but they're not requiring hospitalization. But the vulnerable people in the population, either by virtue of age, frailty, or by having significant associated conditions, they tend to destabilize, and some of them are requiring hospital care. And a few, very, very few, are having bad outcomes. On the good part, even though it's an all-new variant, possibly one of the largest saltation events. In plain English, that means one of the largest mutational changes in the history of COVID, that's JN.1. It is not causing the pneumonias that caused carnage in 2021 by the Delta variant. So it's very different from the Delta variant. It appears to be mild at this point.
So the long and short of what you're saying, sir, is that, look, there's no need to worry, but just take your precautions and enjoy your Christmas and New Year's.
Well, I'll qualify that further. From an individual perspective, there is no need to panic like we did in 2021 with good reason, in my opinion. But for the policymakers, they need to make certain adjustments so that we don't let this thing spread uncontrollably in a population wherein many individuals will seek healthcare and our systems could be overwhelmed also by loss of healthcare workers from being down with a couple of days of being off work. So that can strain the systems as well. So policymakers need to take a greater role in this.
Okay, the systems need to be prepared. Thank you so much, Dr. Rajeev Jayadevan, there on the new COVID strain and the cases being reported not just from Kerala, but from other states, including Maharashtra as well. As I mentioned, Karnataka has also put in force precautionary measures, asked people above 60 or those with comorbidities to wear masks. We'll keep a close track of that. That's all we have time for on the Southern View. The news continues here on NDTV.